morning. It is the morning of Saturday, November 1st, which means Halloween is come and gone.
Yeah.
We can start looking towards Christmas.
Yeah. Time to get the
And let me
tree out.
tell you, yeah, all I want for Christmas is a Blue Jays World Series in Game 7 tonight.
That would be very cool.
That's all I'm asking for, Santa, please.
I don't know if Santa has the power for it, but if he does, yeah, we'll have our
Well,
bases
somebody's
covered here.
gotta.
Yeah.
What a week in sports we've had, mostly in the World Series, because a whole lot of firsts, whole lot of records, and a whole lot of baseball, starting with Game 3 going 18 innings.
Yeah. Yeah,
And you stayed up.
I stayed up till quarter after one just to watch the Dodgers hit a solo shot to win it, and that was heartbreaking.
It
Hmm.
is, and I passed out on the 15th, and I say passed out because I tried going to bed at the 10th and the 12th, but I was so committed I couldn't stand not knowing how this was going to end. So I
Yeah.
kept checking my phone. And finally, I put it back up, and eventually, I passed out around the 15th.
Yeah, it
Woke
was a
up to
long one.
disappointment, but yeah, 18 in that's two full games.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was like 6.5 hours of runtime,
6.5
playtime.
hours. Games 4 and 5 were completed in like 5.5 hours combined.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty nuts.
Pretty
It's
nuts.
it's pretty crazy to watch both teams go through like every pitcher, every position player. Like that's a lot of baseball.
Now, what's astounding to me, and clearly it didn't work out looking back at it, the fact that Otani plays all 18 innings, gets
Mhm.
on base, whatever, 9 times. He's walked a whole bunch, but he's up to
Mhm.
bat. And then he goes into game 4 as the starting pitcher.
Yeah. Yeah. Marathon man.
Wow. Now, I mean, he had a decent outing, but obviously the Jays knocked him out fairly early, and the Jays won game
Yeah.
4 and 5. But I couldn't even imagine trying to get up again, knowing I'm the starting pitcher after playing for 18 innings.
Yeah, that's a late enough night, not even considering the
Yeah,
baseball on top of it, just to be back in there again the next day is
yeah.
crazy.
No, I buried the lead a little bit. The Jays did win game 4, which I was pleasantly surprised at. I really thought after losing game 3 in the 18th inning in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of the night that was going to be a backbreaker, but nope, they showed up game 4 and game 5 and
Mm-hmm.
pounded the Dodgers with another 12 runs. They outscored them 12-3 over those two.
Yeah, yeah, really impressive.
It
Very.
is, and you hear it heard on legitimate sports shows is why this team is so easy to love. They were a bunch of nobodies who just refuse to give up.
Yeah, yeah,
Refuse.
yeah. They got some grit to them, that's for sure.
So game 5 was also the Savage game in LA. It's the first time, at least in the playoffs. Yeah, first time in the playoffs that he started on the road. They've protected him with home starts.
Hmm.
Game 1 was okay. They won it. He wasn't fantastic, but game 5 was ridiculous from
Mm-hmm.
Savage.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't get to watch that one. I was busy that evening, but I kind of glanced at the score on my phone every once in a while, and it seemed to have gone well.
So he sets another record, which is basically what he does every single time he starts a game, for most strikeouts by a rookie in the World Series, which was 12. His stat line was 12 strikeouts, no walks
Wow.
through 7 innings. Is unbelievable. And this record has stood since 1949, the
Wow.
strikeout record for a rookie. So, yeah,
Good
back
for
into
him.
the history books for him with an absolutely incredible outing in Game 5.
Yeah. Let's uh let's continue that history a little bit.
Yeah. Now, obviously, this is Saturday morning. Game 7 is tonight. Max Scherzer starts. Otani starts.
Yeah.
It, it's Scherzer's 41.
Yep.
At the tail end of his career, has struggled at times this year, has been great in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Otani's their ace, but like we just talked about, he played 18 innings. He pitched game 4.
Yeah.
He hasn't been offensively a threat since game 3.
Mm-hmm.
He looks tired.
Yeah, I I'm hesitantly optimistic about it. I honestly wish they would have taken him to 18 innings again last night for the loss.
Yeah,
If they were gonna
yeah.
lose, they might as well have taken him 18 innings again. But yeah, hopefully his struggle. Well, I don't know if you can even call it struggles, but for him struggles. Hopefully they continue a little bit tonight here.
They do. Now, I'm also cautiously optimistic because of the way the rotation works. So the Dodgers used up Yamamoto in game 6. I don't think there's any way that Freak can get back on the mound in game 7 because the Jays have nothing, no
Mm-hmm.
answer to him whatsoever.
Yeah.
Um, and then on the other side, yes, Gosman pitched last night, but you do have then, can you Savage come out of the bullpen?
Mm-hmm.
It's game 7 of the World Series. You're not saving yourself for anything.
Yeah, that's that's kind of the scary part is all the weapons that the Dodgers have, and just it'll be interesting to see what and who they utilize tonight with everything like you said. Like it's yeah, it could be scary.
It could be. I'm leaning towards the Blue Jays having the better pitching situation
Mm-hmm.
because the Dodgers bullpen is awful. You
Yeah.
can see the reluctance to go to it at any point, and without Yamamoto there, I mean, I can't imagine Yamamoto pitches 2 days in a row. If he does, that's big trouble.
Yeah.
But I am cautiously optimistic as well. It's game 7. It's in Toronto. Nothing nothing
Yeah.
left to save yourself for. Now that goes for both teams, but the Dodgers look tired. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of them.
Well,
Mookie Betts finally got his first hit last night.
yeah.
Not really concerned about it. Like I said, I was freaking out last night when they walked Otani in the
Mm-hmm.
whatever it was inning. I said, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. The guy has you've done nothing but strike him out for 3 games.
Yeah.
So they put the free run on base, and that's when the Dodgers score 3. Jays have no answer for it. After that, they pitched to him again. Every instance after that, Savage, they never walked him.
Yeah.
Savage pitched to him every time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
He's
there
scary, but he's gettable.
yeah, I think there needs to be a little more faith given. I mean, it's a tough situation because it only takes one, right? Like especially in a series like this, they've been either fairly uncontested wins or really close games. So it's kind of a scary situation where that one decision to either walk a guy or pitch to him can be the big swing in the game, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
so.
a it's a gamble either way, but I would so much rather gamble on yourself if you're the Blue Jays. The way
Yeah.
this year's gone, the way you've led the league in hits, batting average, things like that. And when you're at home and you have the hammer, you get to be the last team who is going up to bat. So
Yeah.
if you need an answer, you'll find an answer. I would so much
Yeah.
rather bet on yourself as the Blue Jays than
Yeah.
give them anything like that, which really bit him hard in Game 6. So I can assume, unless the bases are loaded,
Hopefully they
yeah,
don't. Yeah.
yeah,
They
yeah,
kind of
they're not walking him. So
definitely. Yeah.
very nervous, very excited.
Yeah.
Um, Last game of the year tonight, and it is another MLB first in the fact that the season started and ends outside of the USA.
Oh, okay.
The game kicked off with the Dodgers in Tokyo,
Yeah.
Japan,
Yeah.
and of course will end in Toronto, Canada. And it's the first time it's ever happened that it both started and ended outside of the US.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty nuts. Hopefully we can add another championship to the
Yeah.
Raptors here in our lifetime because it'd be nice to see a Canadian team win
Hmm.
another sport here.
Well, great transition because it doesn't look like it's going to be the NHL anytime soon, does it?
No, it sure doesn't. We pin our hopes on Montreal, and we know how that goes.
Yeah, yeah. I apologize to Winnipeg for basically completely ignoring them, but based on their history, Toronto gets a lot of guff for their playoff history.
Yeah.
Winnipeg's is not any better.
No, it sure isn't.
And their all-star goalie, Connor Hellebuck, who can be a brick wall all year, goes into any game that matters, whether that's playoffs or the Four Nations, we saw it again. The guy is a sieve.
Yeah.
He's an absolute no-show in games that matter.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of faith in Winnipeg either. I'd be happy for them to prove me wrong, but
Yeah, maybe they can get the guy a good sports psychologist, and everything will turn around here.
yeah, he's got to find something. Start eating a different cereal or something come playoff times because whatever he's doing is not working.
Yeah, get the old Weetabix boxes out with Wayne
Yeah.
Gretzky on them and Patrick Waugh.
But, like you said, other than that, it's pretty much Montreal, hey,
Yeah, yeah,
for Canadian teams.
they are looking good at least. But I mean,
They are.
it seems like Canadian teams, as you get to the end of the season and into the playoffs, like besides the Oilers, they all seem to kind of crumble a little bit. So we'll see how the
Yeah.
season unfolds here and what pieces everybody can find, but or whether they just choose to give up, which hopefully Calgary actually does for once because they always seem to go through a big win streak right near the end of the season and mess up their draft pick. But
They could desperately use a first round pick, yeah, especially with the year up with it being Gavin McKenna.
yeah,
There's a lot of talks. The Flames obviously are building that new building. Wouldn't it be nice to have the page turned going into the new building and having a semi decent team
you would think so. You'd think
instead
you'd
of
want to
being this
fill all the
middling?
seats. Yeah.
Right, exactly. But the way they're going, they are just so bad this year,
Yeah.
and
They're
I couldn't tell you why. They have the same team as last year, which probably played a little bit above their pay grade,
yeah.
sure. But to go from battling for a wild card spot to being the absolute basement of the league is a little bit surprising.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I think yeah, like you said, I think they overachieved last year, but I didn't expect it to be this big of a swing in the negative direction. Like it they can't get anything going.
Nothing. The Oilers are extremely middling to start. Um, the Leafs are an absolute tire fire. Um, Vancouver is another team I couldn't even begin to guess what's going to happen with them next. It could be a 5 game losing streak. It could be a 12 game win streak. I don't know
Yeah.
with that team still.
Yeah.
Um, they've got Kiefer Sherwood scoring hat tricks upon hat tricks while Elias Pettersson doesn't seem to exist again this year. So I don't know how long that's sustainable for Vancouver.
Yeah, it's tough to be a streaky team like that. Makes it very uncertain and very hard to string wins together for sure.
And then there's Ottawa, who obviously has the big injury to Brady Tkachuk. They've been winning some games, but they're in that Atlantic division that is still
Mm-hmm.
absolute nightmare. Like there's nobody really separating. Montreal's the closest team right now to I think separating from the pack, but everybody else is within like last I checked 6 points in the Atlantic still.
Yeah, they're all very tight. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not looking good.
5 points. Canadians and Red Wings with 16 points at the top. Then you have three teams at the bottom with 11 points.
Yeah,
12 for the Lightning, 13 for the Senators, 14 for the Bruins. Like somebody needs to grab the reins in that division because I don't know. I don't know who's gonna lose. There's gonna be some big teams who miss out on the playoffs. Like
yeah, there sure is. Well, yeah, especially when you look like their wild card is split with the Metro, right? And their top three teams are all 2 or 3 losses compared to only Montreal with 3 losses. Like, yeah, it's not even close.
the Panthers, of course, have their injuries, have their problems.
Yep.
The Lightning seem to have turned it around because they had a terrible start, but now all they've done is get themselves stuck right in the middle of this Atlantic division.
Yeah. Yeah, they clawed their way back into that little scramble
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And then we have the mysterious case of the Pittsburgh Penguins, who before the year, throughout the summer, were deemed the only team in the league who are not trying to get better.
Yep.
True enough, by their actions, they really didn't make any additions.
Yep.
But all of a sudden,
Yep.
the
They're
old
just
guys,
they're content. They don't need to get better because they're content apparently.
Crosby, Malkin, Letang, Carlson looks like Carlson from a half a dozen years ago.
Yep.
What is this team doing?
Don't know. They got Bugs Bunny's secret juice back there, I think, in the
Yeah.
dressing room.
And they're in the same category as Calgary, but on the opposite end of it, where Dubas was trying to kind of tear this team down, rebuild a little bit, while paying respects to the old guys, the veterans on that team who have carried them for so long,
Yeah.
but trying to turn the page into a newer, fresher Penguins. And they're like, no,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Nah,
Draft
we
picks? No,
we
no.
got this. Yeah, we're good. We're gonna
Again,
make you struggle for another couple
yeah,
years here.
I'm prepared to eat my words because they're 8-2-2, but I still don't think it's sustainable. Like,
Yeah.
they are so old.
Yeah. Yep, they are,
I
which is
don't think they can do it.
yeah. Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I've been surprised by more things than that though. So, I mean, you got a lot of talent on the team. I know they are old and
dude,
there is the question of longevity, but there is
and
still a lot of raw talent there, so
the other part of me is I really, really would like to see Crosby move on to try and win another cup. I get it. I get sticking with the team that's drafted you. He's Mr. Penguins.
mhm.
He's loyal. That's awesome. But the NHL is the only Big Four sport that has this problem, and a lot
Yeah.
of it has to do with the hard cap.
Yep.
But the NBA, the MLB especially, stars will rotate like no tomorrow.
Mhm.
Right, Juan Soto's played for 3 different baseball teams in 3 years
Yeah.
as the second biggest free agent behind Otani.
Yep.
And what that does for teams is it keeps their playoff window open. Where in the NHL, once your core ages out, they're like, oh well, it's time to tear it down, rebuild, be bad.
Yeah. Time
In
to sit back for
in
a
in
while.
the yeah, in the other sports, the NFL included, you
Yeah.
trade,
Oh yeah.
free agents move. No player is loyal to any organization really, other than some star quarterbacks.
Mhm.
Allen, Mahomes will stay,
Yep.
and I don't blame them for that though, because if you're trying to win, you can't stay somewhere for 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not it's not sustainable
Yeah,
for sure. Like a team can't continue to run like they have. Like even look at the Chiefs, right? Like
yeah,
they've done really well with what they've had for the last couple of years, but their pieces are kind of all moving away and it's tough to keep on going. I mean, they paid
yeah.
Mahomes a lot of money to keep him there and I think that he is a talented guy, but there's only so much one guy can do, right? So, yeah, need to see
I
more
don't.
movement in the NHL for
Yeah, I
sure.
would love to, because I would love to see Crosby go, even at the deadline, to a team that's hopeful.
Mhm.
That guy could easily push a team from hopeful to favorite,
Yep.
because nobody knows anything about the guy's personal life, but he just eats, breathes, and sleeps hockey. Like, he's an absolute winning machine.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and we'll see him on Team Canada,
Yeah.
which was exciting last year, and it'll be great to see another Olympics from him.
Yep.
But speaking of the old guys in the future, Connor Bedard, his first 2 years here, he's taken a lot of scrutiny because he was a number one pick. He had that run at the World Juniors. He just hasn't looked great. I personally didn't blame him too much. Look at that Chicago team he's played on. It's been
Yeah.
worse than bad. I don't know what comes after that, but that team has been. It made the Flames look like
Superstars.
exactly. So,
Yeah.
but now that team's kind of kicking it together a little bit. And Bedard has been amazing. He scored his first hat trick so far,
Yeah.
and he's kind of going, "Hey, you guys all wrote me off for that Canadian Olympic team, but I want to be on it, and I'm going to do what I can to do that." And he has been fantastic to start the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it'd be great to see him get a few more pieces that complement his game, right? And see what he can do with that team, with a team built around him. Because
Yeah,
I think he just kind of got slotted into that team with no regard for what he would need to help support him and what
and
a team built around him would look like. And
yeah,
it's made things difficult for him, I think. But yeah, he's looking very encouraging for the future for sure.
I mean, the poor guy was instantly their number one centerman,
Yeah.
which means you get the other team's number one centerman, the other team's first pair defenseman.
Yeah.
Like,
As a
even
160-pound
yeah,
kid playing hockey
the,
against
the
full grown adults.
yeah, the only other recent first round draft pick to do that is McDavid, and he doesn't even count. He's not human.
Yeah.
He can do that fine. But even way back in the day when Crosby started out, he had some real old veterans on his line. You could argue that they probably weren't the first line. He was sheltered a little bit.
Yeah.
Plus, he had Malkin come up with him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Huge
So
piece. Yeah.
the guy was just there. Is like, what is he gonna do with
Yeah.
80% of that Chicago team when he was coming up? I couldn't name, and that's impressive considering
Yeah.
my knowledge of most of the teams in the NHL. And that team will be like, wait, who?
Yeah.
Pass to who?
Yeah.
And who is playing in that? Like,
It's funny that everyone so has been so tough on him because he like his situation reminds me of McDavid, right? Like he came into a team that had, I mean, kind of like McDavid, except with less pieces built around him. Like
yeah,
the
that's first
Oilers
round draft
had
pick
how
failed.
many first round picks in a row to
Yeah,
build all these superstars, and they thought that each one was going to bring them that much closer to a cup, and then they wouldn't make the playoffs or they'd be out right away in the playoffs. And it's just kind of funny because like I remember McDavid coming into the league in the first couple years, they kind of really struggled until they got rid of a few of those picks for more supporting people, kind of rebuilt the team a little bit around McDavid instead of having a superstar per line to try and fit everybody with. But like yeah, and everybody was so tough on him like, "Oh, he's great, but he'll never win because he can't carry anything." And now look at it. So you never
yeah,
know. Like hopefully Bedard can kind of follow in those footsteps and the Black if he chooses to stay with the Blackhawks, like they can kind of follow that same sort of trajectory but maybe a little bit quicker for him. So
yeah.
that cuz like it took them a long time in Edmonton to get things going, so hopefully Bedard can kind of have the support that he needs here given to him.
And for him, I do hope he makes the Olympic team, even if he's like the 13th forward and he
Yep.
gets in one game in the round robin or whatever. But just to be around, like the guys talked about the Four Nations, just to be around Crosby,
Mhm.
be around McDavid, be around all these guys who have won medals and cups,
Mhm.
that could go a long way for him. And being on a winning team, right? Because the
Yeah.
Chicago Blackhawks have not been a winning team for a long time.
Yeah, get a little bit of
That can
confidence.
exactly totally change his mentality, reset him, learn
Yep.
some stuff along the way. So for him, I do hope that he can crack the roster, even if he's just an extra, but spend some time with those guys.
Yep, me as well.
Um, we like to pick on teams and players, and as a Leafs fan, Brad Bershand has been a rat for so many years, whether he was in Boston or Florida again last year. I hate the guy, but it's hard to hate him when he does stuff like this. So I don't know if you saw, he took some time away from the Florida Panthers, some personal time, so that he could go be with his longtime trainer and friend back in Nova Scotia, whose
Mhm.
daughter, 10-year-old daughter, sadly passed away from cancer.
Wow.
So he took time away from the team to go back there and substituted in as a coach, as the trainer was a coach for a minor league team.
Hmm.
Spent some time down there with the family and the team. So props to him. That's a really good thing for him to do as a human. It makes it a little bit harder to hate him.
Yeah,
So
no
for
kidding.
that, I hate him.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep, fair enough.
but no, good
Yeah,
for him. I
that is.
appreciate that.
Yeah, very cool.
Um, the only thing left in the NHL is the West. The Mammoth are still incredibly surprising to me.
Mhm.
Especially since they moved from Arizona. They were a joke of an organization playing in Mullets Arena that held 8,000 seats. It was a
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
The new owner promised them that when he moved to Utah, you know what, we're going to compete, we're going to win, we're going to spend money. And
Yeah.
1 year in, well, 2 years in
Yep.
to Utah, and the guys made good on his promise. The owner Ryan Smith, they're 8-3 and fighting up there with teams like Colorado and Winnipeg's
Yep.
ahead of Dallas. So playing with the big dogs over there, that's impressive. I hope for them they can continue that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, you look at what they got going on. I mean, they have more points than the Vegas Golden Knights do, first in the Pacific compared to the Central, right? So,
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
pretty crazy. Still not sure about the jerseys. Maybe I'll come around, but I'm still not sure about it.
Yeah.
The other one that I feel a lot of satisfaction in, because I had this argument before the season with somebody who, when he listens, he'll know who he is. But Anaheim, I was saying Anaheim and San Jose. Now that one hasn't happened yet, but Anaheim and San Jose, we're going to turn things around this year because of their young cores. I mean, Anaheim added some old guys and Chris Kreider and Jacob Trouba, but they're sitting in third in the Pacific.
Yep.
They moved on from Gibson and Net, and everything just kind of seems to be breaking their way early here a little bit.
That poor guy.
I know.
Oh man, that's gotta just ruin your confidence. Hey, every team that you leave just goes on a big run right away.
Yeah. And why? I mean, and Gibson goes to Detroit. He starts that first game where they get absolutely shelled. He gets pulled.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt you a little bit.
Yeah.
LA being second in the Pacific is, yeah, I'm confident in saying it's not sustainable. They have a -4 differential when it comes to their goals. I don't know how you have a winning record with a minus goal differential. That Pacific division is just so bad right now.
Yeah.
You know, the Oilers are just above even with a negative goal differential. The Kraken, same thing. The Canucks,
Mm-hmm.
right at 500, -3.
Yeah.
The only two teams in the Pacific with a positive differential are Vegas and Anaheim. So
Yeah.
take that for what you will, Mister. Who knows who he is? But I fully back the Anaheim Ducks this year to make the playoffs. I
Yeah.
will stand by it.
Uh. Yeah. I have no comment on that one. I don't know enough about Anaheim to make a comment there. I'm gonna make myself into a big idiot if I say anything, so I'll just sit
Oh,
back
I
on this one.
still can. I still can, but I'm dying on this sword.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I already look like an idiot with Florida, so
Oh
I
yeah,
had
we
two
both
big
do.
two big claims, Florida and Anaheim.
Yeah.
I got to stand by these guys.
Yep. Fair enough. Uh,
All right. From here, we're gonna move over to week 8 in the NFL.
yeah. 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 I I don't know what's going on in the NFL, man. It's crazy. Like if I was a betting man, I'd be in trouble right now because every week it seems like anybody that I thought was a sure thing is just never the way that it works out. Like we've got the big one for me was the Dolphins taking the Falcons. I mean, we've seen the Falcons struggle a little bit here and there throughout the season, but come out with some big wins as well. So I thought for sure that was going to be a cakewalk for the Falcons, and they're down by 24 points to the Dolphins who are now at 2-6, and it's just that one blows my mind. Like I know Tua's a good quarterback. He struggled a lot with injuries. The team in itself has struggled a lot with injuries, especially on their few star guys that they have. But I mean, I did not I did not see that one coming. That's for sure.
I did not see Miami firing their GM either of all people. I really thought it was going to be the coach to go first.
Yeah.
Um, Whatever, ownership can do what they want, but that doesn't seem like it's going to solve the problem.
Yeah,
Personally, but
I think I think that move probably just stems from them struggling for so many years in a row, right? Like they've had their moments of brilliance. There was I can't remember how many years ago it was now. They just about went undefeated or did go undefeated. That was
right.
quite a
Yep.
few years ago now, but ever since then it seems like they've just been on a constant struggle and tried to move pieces around, tried to sign big name guys with a little more experience to kind of freshen up or get the newer guys some mentorship in there and I mean at a certain point I think you just got to pull the trigger and try something new, right? And I think that's probably what it came down to is just what's the right move that's going to make the biggest change for us, right? Because they
Right.
can't just keep doing the same thing year after year and having terrible records. So, but yeah, I don't know. They're one of my favorite teams, and it's just kind of hard to watch. So,
Yeah.
but they came out with a win, so can't be
Yay.
too upset.
Yeah.
Another one that was a big scoring game was the Jets versus the Bengals, with the Jets
Yeah.
coming back to win that one. It was just pretty nuts. 39-38 is a insanely
Yeah.
high scoring game.
That's a forget defense game.
Yeah, you're just about at basketball scores at that point. That's a
Yeah,
college basketball game score. So,
yeah, yeah,
uh, yeah, you got the Eagles taking the Giants, which doesn't surprise anybody. You got the Bills taking the Panthers, which doesn't surprise anybody. The Ravens pulled out their second win of the season over the Bears, who have looked fairly good so far this season. So I don't know.
yeah. With Lamar back, but I don't think he had a great game. He's definitely. I don't think
Yeah.
he's 100%.
Yeah.
But was this Baltimore going? If we're gonna save this season,
Yeah. I
you got to
mean,
get back out there.
yeah, Derrick Henry definitely, I think, carried that game for them mostly, but I mean, it's just, I think it's good to get another win before the halfway point of the season, because if not, you're looking at just throwing the rest of the year away, basically, right? So hopefully they can turn it around and keep that going, but we'll
Yeah,
not very optimistic on that one either. So, uh, yeah, Colts continue to roll. They're
yeah.
looking strong this season, 7-1 with a 38-14 win over the Titans, who are a very that's one of the ones where I could have made some money on that one, but um, yeah, that's a good for them. They've kind of been one of those teams that's been right on the edge for the last few years, and it's kind of nice to see a new face in that top of the standings kind of thing. So the Packers avenged their close loss to the Steelers last time and come out with a
Yeah.
win over the Steelers. And then, yeah, the Chiefs seem to have pulled it together a little bit better, beating the Commanders again on Monday Night Football. So, yeah,
Yeah, I'm afraid of them. Watch out for those guys.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like it, it almost looked like they were kind of in a situation where it
Exactly.
was time to rebuild, and now they just
Yeah.
look really, really strong again. And I mean, they're definitely a team that seems to come together the best in playoff season. So we'll see
Yeah.
how that goes again.
We said it a couple weeks ago. I'll say it again. They are the Florida Panthers of the NFL, right? They
Mm-hmm.
just regular season means nothing. We've played more football than any other team over the last handfuls of years
Yeah.
because we go all the way every year. Just get us there,
Yeah.
and we'll do our thing.
That's right. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, as much as I don't know. It would be nice to see the Commanders kind of do something too, though. I mean, they've got a lot of really cool, strong young pieces on the team that it'd be nice to see them be able to do something. But I mean, when you're up against the Chiefs, it's kind of tough to turn things around in that game. Could have made them even on the season if they would have won that one. So I mean, we'll see how they do continuing on,
Oh,
but it'd be nice to see them do well.
yeah. Now, I can't remember if we talked about it on the pod or not, but we did joke a little bit about the NFL being in England. What the heck is the point?
Yep.
And lo and behold, I see a story this week that English star player Harry Kane, star maybe infamous at times with his World Cup performances, but has it as a dream, and it's a viable path for him to become an NFL kicker.
Hmm.
Now he recognizes he's not just going to walk out there and join an NFL team. He's going to have to do work.
Yeah.
Good for him, but I mean, this is a direct result, I think, from the NFL being over there in London. I mean, other than that, how do you get a lot of exposure? I know star players all around the world connect and
Mm-hmm.
they have their own little community, but you have to think that this at least plays a part in it. And if he does make a play for it, that's got to bring thousands, if not millions, of viewers
Oh yeah.
overseas to the NFL,
You would imagine, yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he'd have as big of an impact as like Taylor Swift does, but
No,
but
no,
definitely
probably not.
definitely the popularity would be there. Like that's a pretty big deal, right? I mean, that's in my head a very odd transition to want to make.
Yeah,
But
right. And again,
I mean,
it's just the sport itself, and I guess what it represents that you would want to be a part of it. And if
yeah.
you are the NFL, you're probably saying yes, please.
Yeah.
But if you're the players in the NFL, I think you're looking at this guy like, what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah.
I don't
You
want you here.
yeah. Well, and yeah,
Kickers
even
are
then, like,
kickers are already not very well liked people, right?
yeah.
Kickers are bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you're only as good as your last kick, right? Like
Yeah.
if you won the game for the team, you're the best kicker in the league. If you missed the one that would have got you the win, then you're
Yeah.
looking for a day job until another team's willing to trust you. So, yeah,
Exactly that.
it's an
It's exactly
interesting
that.
spot to want to try and transition to. Like that just kind of weirds me out,
Yes,
but
and I mean, maybe I'll try and look it up quick, but he's not a young guy either.
yeah,
He's been around for a while.
yeah,
Um, come on, Wikipedia. Born in 1993. That hurts me a lot. Oh,
yeah.
he's only 2 years older.
One for me.
Oh, that's upsetting. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna retract that
Yeah,
statement. See if I
he's
find the energy to edit that out.
yeah. He's an old bag. He can't do anything anymore.
Son of a gun.
He
All
might as
right,
well start a podcast.
yeah, exactly. Let's be honest though. 32 for the NFL is old
Getting up there, yeah.
because that sport takes a toll on your body like no other sport.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, moving on from that. Um, we'll take a quick look in the NBA, but as I continue to say, because the World Series is still on, the NBA is real low on my priority list. That's one reason. And another reason is because of the way the sport is handled, and that seems to have irked the GOAT, Michael Jordan, calling out load management, which I can appreciate so much.
Yeah.
Now, I get it. Like, I get there's a lot of wear and tear on the body in the NBA because of the actions that you take. It's the repeated actions. But you don't really get injuries. You get
Stresses.
harm to your body. Yeah, stress to your body over time.
Yeah.
And the big point, and the one made by Jordan, is fans are paying to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Because load management is only done by star players, not by bench players.
Yeah.
It's star players. Those are the people that fans are going to see.
Yep.
And some people can only get to, one game a year, one game in their lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of money, professional sports to go and see. And you go there and, so and so is not playing. So and so is not playing. It's a load management day. That is so frustrating.
Yep. Definitely.
Not just, from that point of view, but for me, if I'm the commissioner of the NBA, I'm cracking down on this because it brings down the quality of your play, the quality of your league so much to not have your star players playing.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense to me. And Michael Jordan, I think everybody's seen the doc that came out a few years ago. Like, this guy, he couldn't be forced to take a day off.
Yeah.
You couldn't, unless he was strapped down to a table somewhere, he was not taking a day off, let alone a game off. Practice day, he's there.
Yeah.
Media obligations, he's doing them. There is nothing he was taking time out from. So I could see why that would bug him a little bit.
Yep.
In today's NBA for sure.
Yeah, especially with like all the modern takes on who the GOAT is and everything, right? Like Jordan screams pride to me. He seems like a very proud man of what he's accomplished, and when that starts coming into question, whether you're the GOAT or LeBron or whoever, take your pick, I can see where his frustration would come in, because it's not the same game that it was when Jordan was around, right? Like it and that's undeniable, whether or not you're talking about the time off that people are taking now, or you're just looking at fouls per game called, the shooting tendencies that everybody had back then, the play in the paint, like just all of that kind of coming together. It's definitely not the same game. So I could see why he's starting to take exception to certain things going on now. So
absolutely, yeah. Now, entering the GOAT conversation is Jokic starting his year off with 4 straight triple doubles, which to me he's basically sealing up another MVP.
He's my favorite because he does not look like an athlete to me, and he's just so good.
He doesn't look like an athlete, and he doesn't care
no
about anything. Like the guy wins a championship, and the next day he's back in Serbia. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is his job, and he's real damn good at it. But
Yeah, for sure.
like 4 straight triple doubles in modern NBA seems, again, I don't follow the sport religiously, but that seems incredibly impressive
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
me.
Yeah, I would agree.
Another star player who's, I won't say the king of load management, because there's another guy up there.
Uh,
But Embiid takes a lot of time off, but he's been playing this year 80% of their games, and the 76ers are finally not garbage.
yeah.
The 76ers have had a great start to their
He,
season.
he's played
He's
80% of the games and they've won 80% of
won,
their games.
right. Shocking, hey? So
Yeah.
almost like you need your star players.
Yeah, it's crazy
Pay
how that
them
works.
hundreds of millions of dollars and they disappear. But
Yeah.
yeah, 76ers are off to a great start to their year.
Mhm.
Um, the Raptors are not, after
No.
their season opener, which was impressive. They've done nothing but lose, and lose since then.
Mhm.
And all of their points are coming from 3, maybe 2.5 players when you consider it. Brendan Ingram looks fantastic.
Yep.
He's healthy. He's putting up points like crazy. RJ Barrett is okay.
Mhm.
He's doing what he can. He's got the third most points on the team, but they need some bench scoring. They need some more depth if they want to be taken seriously
Yeah.
at all this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, I would agree. If you look at this
Um,
team compared to their championship team, they got their starters and that's it. Whereas the championship team, the bench would sometimes outscore the starters, right? And it's just
yeah,
yeah, it's hard.
really deep team. Yeah, you're right. With
Yeah.
especially once they added those pieces. They added um, Lowry and
Mhm.
that other son of a gun, whatever his name, Danny Green,
Yeah, Danny.
right? And then all of a sudden, Lowry and Van Fleet were bench players at points. Like
Yeah.
that's depth
Yep.
for sure.
Absolutely.
The most recent loss for the Raptors is to another old head in Kevin Durant, who another star player who bounces around like crazy. He gets made fun of a little bit for maybe championship chasing more than he should.
Yeah.
Um, but I can't sit here and say I want more of that in the NHL and then fault him for it. So
Yeah.
he's over there in Houston now, and he looks great. Um, Man, there's going to be a real turn of the page here soon in the NBA.
Yeah.
LeBron is older than dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Durant's coming up.
Mhm.
The brothers split up, but Steph Curry's not a young man anymore.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Even people like Kawhi with all the injury troubles, you wonder how long he'll play for. You got
Barely plays.
not Kevin Durant, James Harden, like a
Harden,
bunch
Kyrie
of
Irving.
the star guys we grew up watching kind of through our
Yeah,
young adult lives here are kind of starting to hit that point where it's how many more years are we gonna get to watch them?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you new school. You've got that absolute French freak in Wembanyama, who
Yeah.
I don't even know how the guy dribbles with 7 foot long arms, but
Dude, it's an unreal.
and he's
I
just
don't get
getting
how he
better.
moves so fast.
Uh,
Like I
it's
can't coordinate
incredible.
my arms at like whatever 6 feet wingspan. Like I can't imagine
Yeah,
having legs and arms and coordinating them that well together the way that he does. It's nuts.
yeah. He is exciting to
Yeah.
watch in the highlights that I do watch, because other than that, Zion Williamson seems to have been an absolute bust.
Yeah.
He was the next LeBron or whatever, but his body quite opposite to Wembanyama's in every way possible, and
Yeah.
hasn't really been able to handle the strain either. He's been through a lot of injury issues, so
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who kind of cements themselves in those top spots in the league, right?
yeah.
Once all these players start moving on. So,
Lastly, I should mention, nobody cares, but the NBA is starting their mid-season or early season in-season tournament, right?
yeah.
Nobody cares. The World Series isn't done yet,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's an interesting thing that I know this idea has been floated around the NHL a little bit. This in-season tournament. there has to be a reason why. In the NBA, there's a cash prize,
Yeah.
so that's incentive for the players. I can see the owners in the NHL not wanting to risk any more injury for some silly gimmick. They already have a hard enough time with things like the Olympics and Four Nations and watching their players go over there and get hurt and
Yeah.
derailing a season. Yeah,
And
maybe someday. Yeah,
yeah, honestly, I'd rather watch the national stuff
me too.
instead of a just an in-season NHL tournament. I mean,
Yeah,
we get enough hockey that we don't need more of the same teams playing just in closer spans to each other for a different prize, right?
yeah,
Like I'd rather watch the best go and support their nation and kind of or represent their nation and kind of like have the support of their country behind them and go that route rather than the
totally.
NBA's route for sure.
And I mean, I don't think it'll ever happen under the vampire that Gary Bettman is. He's so resistant to, even going back to the old playoff format, which I think would be a better idea. But at least with this division lineup, I could see these in-season tournaments working if you broke
Mm-hmm.
it out, right?
Yeah.
Power out all your divisional games, right? Make little divisional cups, get through all your divisional games, and then go back, start playing cross division, cross conference games for the rest of the year,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Yep. Would
Anyways, that's go ahead.
switch things up,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Yeah.
It would, and the NHL has been the only league that for the last 100 years, very little has changed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very
Yeah.
little. But that's how quickly we got off the NBA and we moved it back.
Yeah. You can tell how
To the
much we
NHL.
care. Yeah.
So I guess then we will move it over to our dumbest sports moment of the week. I'm looking at our note sheets. Yours has 3 letters, so you're
Yeah.
gonna have to introduce and explain that.
So mine comes from Formula One, which we don't touch on too often, but I mean they had their race in Mexico last weekend there, and my my dumbest sports moment of the week is just the FIA. So the federation that kind of governs the rules of Formula One and kind of makes the decisions on an event to event basis throughout the race and stuff. And I was not very pleased with them after the Mexico race. I think there was a lot of things that got let go for certain drivers and some things that got over penalized in my opinion if you're looking at the altercations that they had. And one was definitely that I was unhappy about was the 10-second penalty for Lewis. It was looking like he was going to get his first podium for Ferrari and actually kind of turned things around a little bit, and he got in a bit of a spat with Max Verstappen, and they both left the track at one point, but Max got away without a penalty and Lewis got a 10-second penalty for which I will say he did rejoin not on the whatever the heck it's called,
The service road or
the
whatever.
service road. Yeah, like he kind
Yeah.
of cut across the grass and kind of just ignored the service road. But I think when you look at the altercation, it's kind of like that was the best option he had rather than trying to cut a hard 90 to hit the service road. He just kind of continued on the grass, rejoined in a safe manner. There was no cars around, and kind of like I get that that's deemed gaining an advantage, but in the situation, the only reason he was behind Max in the first place was because the corner before Max cut the grass to get ahead of him. So I mean, it's kind of
Max
like
literally pushed him out of the way. That's the
yeah,
annoying part, right? Max has his own overtaking rules. He actually physically made contact with Lewis to make an overtake.
and nothing.
That's fine.
Not a
Yeah.
single not a single penalty, and Lewis gets a 10-second penalty, which is essentially throwing away any podium chance. Like the
So,
only way you're getting a podium chance at that point is with multiple safety cars and the right strategy to kind of get back on
wait,
track and
talking about
just
the FIA, let's not even address the safety car in the second to last lap to resume with half a
half
lap
a
left,
lap to go. Yeah. So
completely screwing
yeah,
2 drivers out of their chase downs.
hundred
That's
percent.
disgusting.
And I mean, it's not a new thing for them. They just kind of
No,
seem to fly by the seat of their pants, and they have a rule book, but they're genuinely more guidelines than they are actual like hard rules, and it's so frustrating to watch because it seems like they govern based on which driver they're taking under
yeah, that's
investigation.
That's the frustrating part to me is the lack of consistency, one,
Hmm.
and then two, the lack of transparency.
Yeah.
Like they'll issue penalties in the race, based on the wording of the penalty, gaining it, leaving the track and gaining an advantage.
Yeah.
But I think, and they don't have to. I understand they don't have to, but if everybody else got to be led into their process a little bit, if they would release a blurb of this is why we're penalizing so and so for this action because of that, but they don't.
No.
There's
No.
no insight. Sometimes after the race, they will
Yeah.
just okay,
When
but you
you're
lose a lot
already
of your
mad about it.
audience. Yeah, I. And then third is the time in which it takes them to make a decision.
Yep.
Like these incidents we're talking about, the penalties came out like 5 laps later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you not have a team sitting there on standby ready to look and make these? If it was clear to the FIA, it
Yeah.
wouldn't take that long. But
Yeah.
that's the problem, right? It takes them 5 laps because they don't have an effing clue what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's also another frustration, right? Like by the
Yeah.
time Lewis got his penalty, he had like a 3 or 4 second gap on Max. Like he pulled away again. So it's like obviously that one interaction didn't gain him that much of an advantage compared to him just being able to drive in a consistent manner afterwards. But Max and him made contact, which also then caused Lewis to go off the track, get the rejoin penalty, 10 seconds, and he had floor damage after that. So it's just kind of like you're going to penalize the one guy that's already been naturally penalized by the situation that Max put him in, and you're going to like just let Max go and like make his way through the field and get up to the podium again. Like what are we doing here? I get that the championship fight has nothing to do with Lewis, but like
Yeah.
for a guy that's been so frustrated all year, it would have been just a huge step to get back
It's
on the
just
podium for
one more
Ferrari,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just now he's just got to deal with that whole mental game of being frustrated with the FIA, being frustrated with Max again, probably being frustrated with himself, I would imagine. So it's just kind of like
Yeah.
it's a tough situation.
Yes, it is. My dumbest sports moment of the week comes from that game, World Series Game 3 marathon. I neglected to write down which inning it was, but thinking about it makes me angry anyways. So Bo Bichette's on first. Dalton Varsho is up to bat, and the count's full, 3-2. The pitch comes in, and to all 40,000 people in the stands and millions watching on TV, this was a ball.
Yep.
This was clearly a ball. Should be a walk issued to Dalton Varsho. So he assumes it's a ball, throws the bat, starts walking towards first. So Bo Bichette starts walking towards second.
Yep.
And then the umpire calls strike 3. Not only is it the wrong call, it's delayed by a couple of seconds. So Bichette has got his head down, walking to second. And I mean, credit to Dodgers Freeman for paying attention.
Yeah.
Here's the strike call, which means Bichette's supposed to stay on first.
Yep.
And Freeman tags Bichette for the weirdest double play I've ever seen in my life.
The
It's
most
so-
unathletic double play too.
because nobody knows what's going on except for, again, credit to Freeman in that moment for, heads up, recognizing the situation and taking advantage of it. I can't fault him for that. But what on earth is that umpire doing?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And first of all, the call is so plainly wrong. And then to be so delayed in the strike 3 call that your batter has already turned and started walking towards first.
Mm-hmm.
I get batters will try and sell the call, but like because he's a left-handed batter, he had to turn around and start walking towards first, and he did.
Yeah.
And then you're calling strike 3?
Yeah.
Oh man, the conspiracies flying around that one. Obviously they ultimately lose that game, but it's like
Yeah.
it's the World Series. You need your 7 best umpires lined up and ready to ump these 7 games, not that joke. Like that. And I get they're humans, they're going to make mistakes, but like that is so blatantly brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I can also understand that, right? I mean, you got some pitches coming in at 100 miles per hour. How the heck are you supposed to see every single one perfectly when you're considering width and height and like all the movement that the pitchers can get out of the ball too?
Right.
But that one to me was just like, I mean, also Canadian.
Yeah.
Cheering for the Jays, right? Maybe a little biased, but it's just like
yeah. But
yeah,
what do you do?
absolutely brutal.
I should mention I haven't before. I will post the links in the description to some of these dumbest sports moments of the week so that if you guys want on the YouTube, you can take a peek at those as well.
Yeah.
But that's going to move us to Colby's WTF.
So sticking on the topic of baseball, because I'm not much of a baseball fan unless the Jays are in the finals or in the playoffs and
Yeah.
doing well. The infield fly rule. What is it and why is it?
What is it and why is it? Is a very good question. And I'm going to lose some creativity. I'm going to read it kind of right from the rule book so I get this absolutely right. Because I don't want to be wrong. Um, so the infield fly rule is obviously a rule in baseball to prevent a simple pop up from turning into a double play.
Okay.
Kind of like we were just talking about with that ridiculous umpire call, the double play that should never have happened.
Yeah.
If there are runners on first and second, or first, second, and third, whatever, and there has to be fewer than 2 outs. You can see why I'm reading from the rule book. There's a lot to remember.
Yeah.
Fewer than 2 outs, and a fair fly ball is hit, and the infielder can catch it. So that obviously that rules out your outfielders, your 3 out there. It has to be an infielder who can make the catch with what's described as ordinary effort. So leave some interpretation in there. The umpire gets to declare that it's an infield fly.
Okay.
So that makes it so that the batter is automatically out. So if it's a simple pop up, it's going to land in there in the infield. The guy's waiting underneath it with his glove. He's going to call infield fly. The batter knows he's out, but it also stops the play so that you can't try and turn a double play on any of your base runners that are still out there.
So base runners just get back to base and okay.
Yes. The runners are not forced to advance, right? That's their advantage. They can stay. They don't have to do anything. If they want to take the chance and move up a base, they can.
Okay.
But I don't think you ever see them do because the ball's infield. You're going to get picked off
and you'd
so
have
quickly.
To tag up too, right? Like,
exactly. So it never happens. It doesn't force them to stay, but that's a great way, from the umpire calling infield fly, the runners know, okay, I'm just going to chill here.
Nice and easy. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
There that is. Bunch of rules to the sport that make it more complicated than it seems to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you're just watching on TV, you just think ball, strike, home run.
It's fair enough to, probably millions of fans in Canada right now watching the Blue Jays make this run there are viral videos going around of people sitting in the stands with their phones out Googling baseball facts and terms. There's one guy who Googled, I kid you not, what is an out?
Yep. Perfect.
So you know what? Come out, support, jump on the bandwagon because it might be once in a lifetime, so I don't fault you, but it is funny. There's a lot of new fans, let's call them, who don't have a clue.
Definitely.
to a lot of things. And it's a complicated game, so I don't blame you.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, so that was it for last week. What are we looking forward to in this upcoming week?
I think the only thing I'm focused on is the game tonight.
Game 7.
Yeah.
Me too.
World Series. I think that's
no
as far as my brain has gotten. Yeah. I mean, I'm like I've said before, I'm not the biggest baseball fan. I barely ever watch it, and I'm still very excited to see if they can pull it off tonight. So
yeah, there are other sports playing this week. I don't care. Prepare for us next week to have very little to talk about outside of the World Series, I think.
We'll be staring at our monitors just reading off scores.
That's what we'll be doing. This happened, and that happened. Yeah. No, exactly. That's the only thing top of mind. I mean, it's Game 7 in the World Series. Like, you can't write a script better than that. Every one of these players who were kids playing in their backyard, this was the exact game that they were playing.
Yep.
Right. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous. I'm so excied.
Oh, if they win, Toronto's gonna be on fire. Like literally on fire.
Literally the whole nation will be celebrating. Of course, you've seen it. The videos of hockey games going on in the country who are at every TV timeout, they're putting the game up on the big screen. They have rinks doing watch along parties. our local Western Hockey League team has rescheduled their game today, so they
Yeah.
are not in conflict with Game 7.
Yeah. They're playing it what? It's
Unbelievable.
at like 3 in the afternoon
It's
or
at 3
something,
in the
isn't it?
afternoon
Yeah.
now.
So good. I love that. Yeah.
So it's a big deal for the whole country, and we're
Yeah.
all very excited for it.
Definitely. Yep. Will be good.
All right, well, that'll wrap up this last week in sports. So until next week, enjoy your sports.
Bye. Good luck, Jays.
Goodbye. Oh.